We're back.
Ooh. Who is calling me at 8 at night?
Guess who's back?
We are so back, gamers. We are so back.
It is
Hello, friend.
Welcome back to Derpaige.
Oh, that's not what I want.
It has been so long.
Guess who's back? Yes.
It has been so long. I'm happy to see you all again, and I'm happy to announce several things. The maps for Derpaige 2 are coming along exceedingly well. We can tell Lionel's happy. My players are all healthy.
I have a hunch Lionel didn't think that our voices were live.
But here we are.
I didn't have any thoughts on that one way or the other. I'm gonna be real. I just completely smooth brained that one.
I have been looking at another system potentially for like a little sidebar game, inspired in part by Project Moon from all the Project Moon stuff we've been like deep diving through. But that's later. For now, it's time we get back to Fabula Ultima and Derpaige 1, set in the lovely world of Terra Arcana Milvis, with my amazing players. As always, joining us from left to right, we have Siradaman.
Hello, everyone. I'm Siradaman, founder of B Squared Industries. The one you all know and use. I may have died, but I'm back thanks to the Founders Division to play Lyle Reigns. An absolute wall. Yes.
Yeah, that's just your class now. It's not tank, it's not healer, it's not fighter, it's wall.
Here, let me probably change that on my character sheet.
Don't! Don't! It was a joke! Following
Level 9
that,
wall.
we have Lionel VT.
Hi, I'm Lionel Line Science VTuber, born in a lab, raised in a lab, coming soon to a lab near you, which you're seeing right now. I'm playing Ira Era, a chronomancer, essentially, who is very much feeling the effects. But I said that and didn't have anywhere else to go with it. Hi, I'm extremely excited.
Dicing is still a little broken. I gotta get the dice add-on fixed.
Oh.
Let me double check.
Ooh.
Nope,
Nice.
it works.
Yeah.
It just didn't work for the 69.
Oh. Well, there isn't a D9. There isn't a D9 model. Don't you come in here with that.
But it's 69.
It is 69. That's very nice.
Speaking of nice and wonderful things, let's talk about Kaizad.
Yeah.
That is defamation of my character. Hello, I'm Kaizad TG, the Broken Crimson Dragon, known for horror, vor, and so much more. Except for today, where I am known as Aryan T, the Aryan type, the Harmacist.
Harmacist.
A different Harmacist than...
Oh my god.
Okay. After we introduce our lovely second half of the Pun Punisher squad, would you like to explain that joke?
Absolutely.
Speaking of the Pun Punishers, let's talk about someone who always, like, bemoans my puns. Let's talk about Shining Heart VT.
I am the most powerful wizard of all time. Ryusei Shining Heart. A dragon is what I am. Wizarding is what I do. I'm a variety streamer with a focus on retro titles of love and classic from your childhood and mine. And I play Takeshi, last name redacted, wannabe Kamen Rider, an anime protagonist.
And our fifth slot is occupied by Bagel Gremlin, who cannot be here today, but hopefully will be here in the next episode.
Yes.
They are stuck in a yellow void right now.
True.
Oh, you're talking about the
So
Canada No Name brand?
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, generic.
Yeah, generic. Yeah. Now then, Sarada, Kaizan, would you like to explain why you both are giggling at the term harm assist?
Oh yeah, so
Fair, I did get it from Cuppa, so
Pharmacist is just a good
so,
anyway.
my partner, Changeable Destiny, is a licensed hospital pharmacist. Her nickname is the Harmacist. A lot of people know her as that. So I was telling Paige that that Harmacist was visiting, and Paige just goes, "Oh my God, Kaizad's there!" Because
we
the
got
entire
Arian.
reason Arian is called Harmacist is because it's just ripping that nickname because it fits
It
so
really
well.
is. Yeah, exactly.
This is gonna be my cylinder stuck in an M&M tube, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is my cross to bear eternally.
How is it that I haven't heard of that in like a year, and I hear about it twice in 2 days?
He showed up on another Reddit post.
Is
He
this
showed
a
up on
nickel
another
thing?
Reddit post, and someone's like,
No.
"Don't you mean your cylinder?"
Yeah, I just, it got referenced out of the blue in another server, and I'm just like, now that I hear it again, I'm just like, how? Why? Who has cursed me in this way?
No, the cylinder's stuck, you guys. How do we get it out?
Oh, you've been cursed by Turbo Granny, clearly.
Turbo who?
Turbo Granny.
Oh, Turbo Granny.
Yeah, Turbo Granny from Dead. Speaking of really amazing series, I cannot tout on about that wonderful shit enough.
Fastest baker in the West.
Now then,
So we'll tell you when you're older, Siren.
with all the giggles and hee-hoos out of the way,
Never.
I was gonna say,
Guaranteed they're not out of the way.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, I've got bad news for you.
With them tabled for now, maybe.
Oh, well, okay.
We say
With
it
them
will.
suppressed
Yeah, go
under a
ahead.
blanket, as Bagel has taught us.
as we zoom in through the world map, from Terra Arcanum Novus to Duplansia Central West, into Upheaval, and into the Golem Heart Guild. We pick up right where we left off, with a recap recited by one of the players.
Does anyone else want to take it, or shall I?
I've already said my piece about me taking it.
Yeah. Brain.
All right.
Hi.
Yeah, go for it. I have survived illness and a storm of
Yeah.
portions.
By the way,
I think I get another week off.
Speaking of Lionel, speaking of your little shout out there, I saw how easy it is to be The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Uh-huh.
You just right-click save link.
Yep.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah. So simple.
Yeah, right-click save link.
You know what?
Yeah. No, this is, Ryu, this is very much one of those. Listen, oh my god.
Just dropped off. Said, fuck this.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks.
Will you say come back to us?
Yeah, please. Please. We're gonna stand stronger together, but we really need you to come back.
Remember, if you see something funny, make sure to clip it and title it. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm dead.
Yeah, I think we've
Breathe.
I think we've established the tone quite well.
In and out. In and out.
Really great sandwiches and burgers.
Oh yeah, which is so true.
Now then, who's handling the recap because Ryu gets reprieve from surviving 2 fucking hurricanes?
Yeah.
Last time in Terra Arcanum Novus.
I was really expecting you to say last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Last time. No.
Previously,
Last
Dragon
time
Ball Z.
in Terra Arcanum Novus. Takeshi and Isaac found themselves facing down the bright flames of Fenwick Bright. Bringing Crystal and Wellspring to bear, the two fend off the raging beast long enough to save his previous victim until Isaac finds the heat too much to withstand. Down but not out, a quick-thinking Takeshi brings his companion back into the fight, moments before a quicker-thinking Takeshi stops the unleashed Isaac from bringing his vengeance too far. A whipping whirlwind, Fira Bright brings the very air around Arian and Kiki crashing down upon them as the four trade blows until a cutting wind ruins Arian's remaining ingredients, robbing the alchemist of the brunt of their arsenal. Without their components, Arian digs deep into recent studies, creating the reagents they need to send Fira unwilling skyward. With little time for formalities, Lyle's offer to avoid conflict is given the cold shoulder by Nozel Tiding and her icy familiar. Similarly accompanied, Lyle and Lycoris bring the heat with sword and shield, though no injuries seem to last long on either side until, blade turned bow, the battlefield is set alight with arrows. Having caught up with Amp, Ira discovers there's no need to find peace when Jezang Peace has found them, bringing the very earth around them to bear. Amp can only use the strongest tool she has available to her, her voice. Quickly convinced, Jezing departs, giving Amp time to consider what comes next. Safe for now, while a calm passes over the besieged city, the group returns to the guild hall to recover, to rest, and to rally. It's not over yet. Ready yourselves and be safe. The Gorgon's eye watches over us yet.
And that is where we begin with, after the short little acoustic guitar solo from Amp, and everybody gets a moment to rest. Things go smoothly through the night, if slightly restless. For even the sigil wardens cannot stop them, because their main concern is helping people evacuate and get to safety. Right now, the city is under siege. The city's siege is on hold, as if both forces are waiting for the other to make the first move. Waiting for a reason to start letting everything out once again. And as the night passes shortly into dawn, and my players get their chance to rest up and use that bed button and restore their inventory points for free because I am a generous DM.
Hey!
Now, where's that in button?
I would like to know what you are all doing.
Well, I'm using my new skill to gain 2 trade points as well as all that inventory points.
That's because you all leveled up.
Yeah.
You all leveled up to 9. Would you like to tell us what all new things you can do?
Well, I got the Winds of Trade skill from the lovely merchant class. In a I guess a show of good faith towards Arian and the and proof of the commitment to trying to help them out.
And what does the Winds of Trade do?
It lets me gain trade points whenever I rest in an area of civilization where like commerce could happen, and I can spend those to create materials of cost based on my level, which on my total level. I believe.
Which can be used for selling, or be used to help along with projects.
Yeah.
Which is really super
Or I can create an NPC that lives nearby and explain their occupation as well.
Yeah, that's the amazing thing about the merchant class unique mechanic, the trade points.
Yeah.
Which is another amazing thing about this whole system.
You just become an NPC, just spawner.
Yeah.
Just comes out of the walls.
I mean, so yeah, like
Shaloob.
What?
Similish.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just spawn Sims.
That one took me a second. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Material or rare item. Wow, there's so many things you can do with this skill.
Yeah.
And it also it parlays into something I plan on taking later. So you know, many things.
The cool thing about the trade points is that they operate a lot like the inventory points, where it's like, hey, I need rope, but I didn't buy any rope. Well, see, you can spend an inventory point to say you had rope all along, because your inventory is nebulous in this game. So long as you got the inventory points to spend on this thing.
Geez, the system.
And
Jeez,
trade
okay.
points lets you generate stuff that you can use for commerce or for the plot. They're super duper useful.
Yeah. At max level, I can generate up to 1,500 zenit worth of material or rare item. It's pretty busted.
Speaking of other busted things,
Pretty good, actually.
When other players like to discuss what they have developed.
Well, I know that mine is going to be the most complicated of everything. I took an additional defense mastery, so I take 1 less damage from all sources.
God damn it!
Wow.
It's Paige's favorite thing.
That is now up to 4, so I now ignore 4 from any damage taken.
How are you gonna overshadow me like this? Jeez. Can't believe it.
I think Winds of Trade is far more useful.
I know. That's the joke.
See, at this point, you would hear the concrete sliding on rock sound effect as I move across a screen towards Serrata. Like Jamiroquai.
I would like Jamiroquai.
For a moment there, Paige, because I have the stream window real small in one corner just to fit all the windows I have open for this game, it looks like you had just put on shades rather than your eyes being covered.
Also,
I will defeat you one day.
Also, Serrata, you say it's more useful. Like yours, it just doesn't make you even more unkillable.
Well, it is a single point of damage per level that is added to the resistance, and it caps out once I take it one more time.
Yeah,
that's still pretty damn powerful.
It is nice. It is just a damage resistance of 1 compared to being able to summon materials, items, and NPCs when you sleep.
But to preface, whenever a monster type enemy goes from like level 5 to level 10, they get a +5 to their accuracy or damage. Let me double check.
I would assume it's damage, because accuracy would be actually...
It's damage, yeah. It's damage. And that happens every 10 levels. So you, at max defensive mastery, will ignore what is tantamount of 10 levels of experience.
Oh.
To put it into perspective, to let you understand. That's not a small number. It is a small number.
No, I understand that.
But it's not. Speaking of small numbers, Kaizad, what did you get next?
I got Tree of Life from Floralist.
What does that do?
When you remove a magic seed from your garden, you may choose 1 creature you can see. if the creature is in crisis, they recover 5 plus skill level X5 hit points.
Oh.
That's not bad.
That scales up pretty fast as you put levels into it.
Well,
yeah,
and
that's-
it's the if you look at it, it's because there's parentheses and brackets involved. It would be
Right.
skill level times 5 plus the 5.
Right.
that is very helpful.
Yeah, that'll be extremely helpful, especially because like Ryusei is almost always in crisis. No, well, I shouldn't heal Vina. Vina likes being in crisis.
Technically, I like being in crisis too, but
you don't want to be
I went a
too
different
far down in
direction
crisis.
This level.
You've been
Exactly.
enough in crisis recently.
Yeah, we could take a break from letting you be in crisis.
Ryu, what did you get as your new skill?
I took Heart in the Engine. I bumped that up another level, so now I do 2 times 2 extra damage by spending 10 mind points at the beginning of my turn.
Damn.
Ah.
And I,
so
as
Man,
you first.
it's really extra good when I put acceleration on you, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Here's the thing: as a GM, and now that my players are nearing level 10, I could start as my level up. I could start making stronger monsters.
Hey, yeah.
I don't know. I think Kappa's looking forward to that.
Uh-huh.
Hey, shush. You don't know that. You don't know that.
So, as the dawn starts rolling in, what are you all doing?
Let's see. I'm like getting ready and sort of taking stock of what I have, and then well, I'm starting by getting ready and taking stock of what I have.
Okay.
I'm doing something similar, and for that, it means watering my plants.
Mm-hmm. I want to go like check up on Arian once everybody is like, you know, has had a chance to say what they're doing. But yeah.
Yeah, you're all free to do as you please right now.
Lyle would be patrolling, assisting the sigil wardens with evacuations.
Good.
And what about
Takeshi
Takeshi?
is probably just making sure that his belt is in functional shape, making sure that it is not damaged, dinged, or otherwise not working.
Yeah, at the moment you could tell it's, in working order and all that, but without any levels in Tinkerer, you can't do anything major with it.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't think that he knows how to fix anything that's broken. He's just like, hey, does this thing tap, you still open? You still good? No scratches? Okay.
Yeah, everything seems to be in working order. But you do get a sense if you could study this thing more, or like dedicate time to understanding the mechanics of it, you'd be able to tell a little better.
Okay.
It's like you got the base level Omnitrix right now.
Did you just make a Ben 10 reference?
You bet your ass I made a Ben 10 reference.
Sure did.
We have an ad break in 45 seconds.
Chestnut.
Now
Well,
there.
that gives me a moment actually to take a quick break. Actually, give me.
Yeah, we will be running the 3-minute ad break right now, so we'll be right back, YouTube.
Player.
And we're back.
I mean, is there that much separation between?
I don't know. Truly,
Vina
really
is
want to
the
lock up.
avatar of Bagel's capitalism rage.
truly, I cannot fathom Bagel's mental state nearly to the degree that I'm able to separate her from Vina.
Look, I genuinely want to rock up to the enemy guild, point at Vina, and go, Vina,
Pick
go
'em.
feral and just let it, like, Avenger style, Hulk smash. Like, let
No,
that
no, Ryu, this is exactly what's going to happen. Takeshi is going to walk up to the Dark Guild, one hand in pocket, swagger, swinging his shoulders with each step. He's going to lift up one arm and point at the Dark Guild and command his stand, Vina, to use Starfinger. An ability that's used once and never again in the entire series.
Say, yeah, that's a deep cut. You wouldn't think it would be, but it is for Iraqi reasons.
Oh, Rocky.
Which this bit is even funnier considering that Vina already has basically what are tantamount of stands.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
No?
you guys are all doing okay as the day rolls on in.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
take a look at the
Word.
scene itself. The town seems to be doing a little better during the day. Let me change. I can't do this right now. I'd have to make a separate scene. Everything seems to be doing much better. The chains from yesterday have been retracted.
Really?
However, something is different.
Yep. That's probably the thing to be concerned about.
The Dark Guild itself has positioned itself straight over the town.
Oh, like directly in the middle? Or like...
Yeah, like when you say, okay.
Directly. Essentially,
Can you draw on the map?
if it were to drop down, specifically right now,
Mm.
it would fall into this area.
Wow.
And right on top of the guild hall.
Right on top of you.
I'm more fond of it not doing that.
However,
Yeah,
it hasn't yet.
if it could not
Move?
that would be yeah.
It has not done anything since it moved. There are no cannon attacks. There are no
When
Dark
did it
Guild members in the
move?
town. It moved overnight while you were all, most of you were
Asleep.
resting.
Okay.
Not that any of you have the power to push a small island backward yet.
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 Emphasis on yet. My players are anime as fuck. They can do what they want. Soon.
This just sounds like the thing we're gonna do at the series finale now.
Oh, no, it's gonna be much bigger.
Oh. Oh.
Ooh.
If we're gonna be anime as fuck, we're gonna be anime as fuck.
Oh.
Now then, my players, my lovely, lovely beans, I need to know, what are you doing today? What are you doing right now? How are you coping with what you can see above you? How are you interacting with your fellow guild members?
Well, the first thing I do is check in on Arian. So wherever they are.
Arian is in their. They have a separate, very close but separate apartment to the guild, and even from the outside, you could tell which one is Arian's room because it's covered in plants, even from the outside. All plants.
Perfect. Well then,
Even the door has started to grow moss.
Listen.
Exactly. Well,
That's not a joke.
yeah. So yeah, I guess Ira's gonna like go upstairs and like knock on Arian's door.
It takes a moment, but Arian finally comes and pokes their head out, still
Hey.
holding a watering can.
Hey, so may I come in, please?
Yeah, of course. And they are. You can tell that they are scrambling to put their mask back up as they let you in.
Wow. I don't think I've seen any dwelling look like this. You keep this all up yourself? I guess you'd have to.
Arian just gives a nod. Yeah, this is it's just I did it back home, and it makes me feel a little bit more at ease most of the time. Not right now. Nothing really feels at ease right now.
Yeah, I would. I don't think there's any ease to be had. Although I suppose I could stand to learn a thing or two from you for any other time.
Then, not now.
Well, I suppose I should just cut to the chase. I recall you saying something about, or recall saying something. I'm gonna level with you. It's felt like it's been forever. About having an easier time transmuting certain materials. Was that correct?
Well, I mean, yeah, I didn't even realize it was. I wouldn't have even called it transmuting. I just thought it was alchemy. You mix things, you grind powders, you find minerals, and you mix them together, and they react. It's science.
Oh, it is. I just mean, I seem to recall seeing you turn some specific thing into a bunch of those different reagents and all that. Do you remember what that is?
You're gonna have to be more specific, because that just sounds like my alchemy.
I thought I saw you use magic to like turn some base material into all the different stuff that you needed. And I thought that was noteworthy enough to, well, comment on it, obviously.
Arian kind of scratches their head. Yeah, I guess that's what it's been all along. I just didn't know that, you know? I said I just always thought it was.
I don't mean to imply that all the scientific work that you've gone through hasn't been scientific. I just mean, your whole all your materials got destroyed, and yet you were still able to do your work.
That was new. That was something else.
Right.
I need I guess I should be focusing on that, but and they just kind of look around their room at all of the plants, and just this is what I'm used to. I can just. And they go over to one of their flowers. This one, it actually heals burns. If you would take it and grind it up and put it into just a little bit of jojoba and put it on your skin, or in your fur, I guess too, within only a couple of hours, you won't even feel it anymore. And this one, I think this one relieves stomach pains And this one, if you chew on it, well, you shouldn't chew on it. That's actually the point. If you chew on it, it can do things. They're not friendly things. We used to prank each other as kids with it.
Oh no.
Okay. Hey, you know what a funny prank is? Hallucinogenics.
No.
It turns your
This
teeth
one
blue.
makes your tummy hurt. No, that's that one. That's this black one over here. You'll be surprised the colors it makes you turn.
Huh. That's fascinating. I don't mean to pressure you with your newfound discovery. I've always been I've been able, truthfully, for a long time, to be able to procure certain things when absolutely necessary. And I think it would be a great boon to you if you knew if you knew what worked best with your newfound abilities, so that you could always have something on hand that you could turn to in an emergency.
I mean, yeah, I have a lot of experimenting to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Well, what'd you do it with the first time?
you mean when we were in that fight just yesterday, or you mean in general?
Yeah. Look, so that comment just makes me feel self-conscious of doing that.
My apologies.
You're good. Let me out of character. Remember the fact that neither of us actually knows what that was used for the transmutation, and thus the character should know, but we don't. And so, that's a disconnect.
Out of character, you know the following. Out of character, you should note the following. Arian has a unique form of magic that many alchemists both value and envy, because it essentially circumvents the need for procuring your natural reagents. It circumvents the natural order of things. For example, you have that burn healing plant. Say you need a plant that helps with frostbite. You could touch that burn healing plant and transmute it into the plant that helps with frostbite, instead of having to rush out and find the plant that helps with frostbite.
Mm-hmm.
Or at much, much higher...
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it.
Indeed, Flint. At much higher skill levels, you could change, let's say, a barren wasteland into something that's starting to give life to plants. You could change a scorched field into something filled with grass and minimal flowers. Basically, you have what is tantamount of Edward and Alphonse Elric's power in Full Metal Alchemist.
I was about to say that. I was going to be like, is this just Edward not having to use an alchemist circle? That's what it sounds like.
Not only that, but the more you understand something, the more you can fuck with it. For example, hey, I'm going to touch this ice and turn it into a lightning crystal. I'm just gonna tweak some of the. Tweak some of the magic particles and atoms in it, and bing, bang, boom! It's now a grenade.
Oh.
I took this glass of ice cubes, turned it into a grenade.
As you're describing this, I'm realizing I am totally asking the wrong questions about.
You really are. And remember, Arian doesn't know what they did either. So.
Yeah, Arian will need to find a teacher for this, for one thing.
Yeah.
Another thing is. This is just to give you a narrative way to say, hey, can I do this? Yes, you can. You literally have the power.
You all are going to see Arian eat a lot of random plants from now on. Before he just studied it, smelled it, and things like. Now they're just going to like on the battlefield, grab a flower, stick it in their mouth, and see what happens.
Hi, I'm
Oh.
Arian, the cyborg sent from Cyberdyne.
Oh boy.
Let me just taste this evidence really quick. Yep, that's blood.
So I guess,
Well, you two figure that out.
Yeah.
Let me see what Takeshi's doing. What are you doing, Takeshi?
Okay.
It is the following morning.
Yes.
Takeshi is getting breakfast.
Kiki is hard at work helping out with the kitchen. You just see that little chef hat kind of like bobbing back and forth behind the countertop because she's, you know, it's a high countertop, like maybe 4 foot tall. She's just tall enough to like the top of her head could be seen, but you just see her little chef hat bobbing like a Muppet going back and forth.
Takeshi's challenge is to not overstuff himself today and to eat something that is not
Takeshi's
gonna slow him
challenge:
down.
vegetables.
Should something happen?
Sorry, what was that, Ryu?
Look, I don't know what that green stuff is, but get it off of my plate. Yeah, he's. You gotta eat. You gotta keep your strength up. And again, being a poor kid growing up on the streets in New Eris, having access to a kitchen with food that he doesn't have to really pay for is like really good. It's good civilization.
And as you're waiting for food, you hear the clink, clank, stomp of one very large man coming back in from his patrols. It's Lyle. Sarada?
Lyle.
I apparently was muted. It is.
Classic.
New streamer to veteran streamer. So when do I forget to stop unmuting myself?
That's the fun part.
No, that part is muted.
No, that's what he did because he muted halfway through it.
Astounding.
It was great. Good job, Kappa.
So what is Lyle doing as he comes in and sees Takeshi waiting for breakfast?
I think immediately. Well, first off, he's just taking a look at Takeshi and just gauge what Takeshi is doing upon him coming in. What does he see of Takeshi when he comes in?
He's standing in line at the cafeteria for breakfast. I don't know. Like, I don't know what more you can make out of that.
Essentially, it would be like a kid at a candy store leaning over, like just kind of pressed up against the glass.
I don't know if they have like a menu posted or if they have it like written on something, but he is like laser focused on, okay, if I get this, then I can put this with it on the side. But then if I get this would be a really good combination of flavors.
So what
I don't know what this is. I'll try.
What I'm hearing is Goku levels of food prep.
So here's the good thing about the guild kitchen. Thanks to Kiki's skills and the guild chef, whose name I have yet to really put down to paper, you can get things made to order. It is a made-to-order type of thing.
Well, now you give him too many choices.
The problem being,
That's too
Kiki
much
may
freedom.
decide. Kiki may herself decide you need like a little bit more of this flavor. Or you might need a little bit more nutrition over here.
He's got your macros on lock.
Case in point, if Takeshi, who normally shirks away from greens, would ask for like some hash browns or something, she'd probably include some corn and carrots in the hash browns.
Sneak in the nutrition. Like I have to do with my child.
Like the tree has to do with you.
You know what? You want to fight?
Lyle has repeatedly asked people to spar with him. Yes.
You don't, Arian. You won't win. No, wait. Actually, you could win.
I was just saying,
Your potions
well,
automatically hit.
Yeah.
It would be funny to see you two DPS check each other, though.
I think Lyle just goes up behind Takeshi and puts a hand on his shoulder while he is deliberating what he's going to eat.
That's not menacing at all.
Takeshi immediately grabs Lyle's hand and lifts it off of his shoulder, spins around, and stops just shy of socking him in the face. Like, oh, it's you. Hey, don't do that!
Don't drown yourself in the indecision.
Don't sneak up on me.
We're going into a fight. Don't limit yourself.
Okay, now that just guaranteed a Goku-style breakfast.
I will have one of everything.
Okay, so I'm getting the sausage and the bacon and the oatmeal and the hash browns and the omelet, and I'm getting that omelet with ham and shredded beef and he just continues to go down the list.
Takeshi, you feel another presence behind you.
It's sneak up on Takeshi Day.
Do you turn to see what the presence is?
I presume that Takeshi turns and then immediately has to look down because there isn't somebody of height in front of him.
No. You see someone much taller than Lyle.
Takeshi looks up.
You see the floating visage of that alien mechanical puppet that is Kiki's little bodyguard, Vimihu. And you see her peek up over Vimihu's shoulder. And she just kind of gives you that anime. She's just stare. Just a stare sound effect. And she just looks at you.
Okay, maybe we'll hold the omelet.
The eggs would be good for you, but you need veggies.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny considering she's smaller than you, probably most likely younger than you. She's acting like the big sister.
He crosses his arms. He's like, I'll meet you halfway. If you give me a bowl of mixed fruit, I'll have that.
Fruit is also really good. Okay. And she hops down and just gets back into the kitchen. So yeah, as you guys are having your conversation, and like the guilds, the air of the guild is tense. Everyone is going about their day as normal, but they know what's going to happen. And as you can see, no one's fully recovered yet. You see mostly patch jobs, you see bandages, you see, tattered clothes. There's many people going to and from the infirmary wing. Some people who have not left the infirmary wing yet. Case in point, the person you saved with Isaac last night, Takeshi. You guys know that your guild is taking a small hit. And by small hit, I mean at least 2 people in the entire... Well, 3 people if we count Vina. In the entire guild of about, let's say 100, have no injuries. 4 if we want to count the guild master. So the mood is there. The sensation that everyone is getting through this day as normal and doing their best to. But they still are very much aware of the quite literal threat that's looming overhead. you know, you, Lyle, and Takeshi can see Isaac out and about, kind of like checking in on people himself. You know, Kiki is behind in the kitchen. Lycoris is likely out training, practicing her sword swings. Amp is nowhere to be seen, but she has not come downstairs yet. Both Arian and Ira would hear her, you know, playing her guitar in her room.
Oh, does she live close to me?
Yeah, all eight of you kind of got rooms in the same area. You know, they were the unused rooms.
Okay.
We did actually establish that Arian has an apartment outside of the guild.
Outside of the guild. Yeah, I don't live in the guild.
Right, you do have a room provided to you, though, if you need to use it.
Okay.
It's essentially like, this is your room to do what you want with it. If you want to live in this room or use it like for something else, you can. Case in point, which is why like everyone has like a very different theme for their room.
I'm pretty sure actually right here is where Arian's
Yeah.
apartment is.
Yeah,
Happily just barely out of the blast radius of a few artillery shells.
And the other big thing is that, like, as some of you have gotten a brief look into Amp's room, it's basically been repurposed into a sound room, while also doubling as her like little bedroom.
Sound dampening is quite a powerful magic.
Actually, that's fungus in there. Anyway. I'm just making a bad joke, sorry.
No, not the black mold!
Oh no! Oh no! No!
I was gonna make a joke about sheep being powerful wizards.
What?
They do sleep magic. The more sheep wizards you have in a fight, the sleepier you get. That's how this works. So, you see, you two downstairs see Isaac going out and about and checking on people, despite the fact that he's not, like, a medical professional. He's at least helping people with first aid. So, while Takeshi's getting his food, Lyle, what would you like to do?
I think Lyle has already eaten at this point. I think Lyle gets something like the moment people start getting into the kitchen to start cooking before he goes. Like when they're doing prep work for the kitchen, he grabs something quick before going on patrol.
I can imagine him just taking a whole steamed potato and just eating it like an apple.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I don't think he's incredibly picky about things. So he might also have, like, a steamed cabbage in the other hand that he's just also eating like an apple.
Oh my god, I hate everything about that.
Actually, if I had a little vinegar, I would probably do the same.
Oh my god, that's just... It just makes me see red a little.
Oh my goodness.
Knowing what I know about Lyle, that makes sense.
It makes sense for the character, absolutely. Lyle's one of those people that doesn't eat food for the taste.
He eats it for the energy and the macros entirely.
Oh my god.
There is no ritual. It is a part of maintenance of the well-oiled weapon that is his body.
Macrobiome.
Arian just trying to Arian over just sneaks up under the table, tries to just shake on some herbage onto it just to give it some taste.
No. Takeshi leans into it and offers them a can of dog food. Hey, fuel for the body, right?
Oh my god.
Taste doesn't matter, right?
You're mean.
Here's the problem. By the time Takeshi is out of bed, Lyle's already eaten everything he has to for the first half of the day.
The freaking nuclear power disrespect. Jesus Christ.
I'm so angry right now. So mad.
So after that, I think Lyle is making rounds, or specifically in the guild now. Before he was making rounds with the sigil wardens. At this point, he's making rounds in the guild, seeing if anyone needs assistance. Like people that feel like they've recovered enough to go back on the field, he's making sure they're actually well enough to go back on the field.
Yeah, and you see people that, well, everyone in this guild is a veteran to you. Like, they've been here for at least a year or two longer. You see people that, you know, haven't... Marcy, thank you so much for tier 3 for 14 months.
Wow.
Crap.
Whoa.
Thank you.
That's a lot. That's a lot of sub.
That's
Arrives
almost
fashionably late.
That's
Thank you.
That's a big tier.
That is a big tier. Thank you, Marcy. But Lyle, you see many people in the guild who, you know, are of equal rank to you guys. Like, the majority of the guild is D and C. A couple of dozen B rank, very sparse A, and like a few S ranks at the moment that are like on scene. And the majority of them are, you know, people that have either like been here longer, shorter, some that have like excelled at what they do and like grown faster, people that are just kind of like happy to stay in their lane. But one thing remains the same. No matter their injuries, they all have that earnest fire in their eye. Every single one of them wants to get back in the fight. And hello, Raiders. One moment, you two.
Hey.
God.
Oh, so, Lyle, as I was saying, you see, no matter what, no matter how injured anyone is, no matter how skilled they are, no matter how powerful their magic naturally is, they all have that burning fire in their eye. That they themselves want to get back out there. Even if it will put them into the infirmary for a longer amount of time. Even if it will put them into the hospital. This dark guild broke a few golden rules. It broke the guild peace treaty. It broke the guild combat peace treaty. It rolled up on their town. It hurt people. It hurt their found family in the guild. This is not so much about fighting to protect as much as it is about fighting to prove you do not mess with Golem Heart, because Golem Heart cares for its own and for its town. For no matter how many screw-ups the guild is known for, they always do good, and the town always welcomes them home. For how dangerous the parties in the guild get. For how rambunctious the fights between people within the guild can get for the sake of the fun of it, or the sake of the pecking order. No matter how much the crossfire may hit the surrounding area, everyone in this town loves Golem Heart as much as Golem Heart loves them. And by damaging this town, damaging the guild, damaging the people here, it's time to throw hands. And you're not gonna stop anyone. And you can see that. You can get that sense just from looking in the eyes of every single member of the guild. You even take notice of one other thing. No matter how banged up, how bloodied they were, everyone still has their guild symbol on display, even if it's slightly scarred now. This is a sense of pride, and this is a sense of family. How do you respond to that, Lyle?
So I've described where Lyle has the guild mark on his armor, as it's on his gorget, the neck protecting part of his armor.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at the pixel art version of Lyle, there's kind of some like fur tufting from his cloak that comes around the front. So I think he's making sure that area is like tucked into his armor, removed or such, to make sure that part of the gorget is clearly visible.
Yeah, that's one of the things that every member of the Golem Heart is proud of.
Mm-hmm.
But you can tell you're not going to stop anyone from rejoining the battle. No matter what, you are not going to stop a single person. Even if
I think what I think he's doing then is anyone that looks like they are, no matter how willing they are, barely able to get back into the fight, he's kind of testing and seeing if they're on stable enough footing, and if not, he's making sure they get a little more aid to make sure that they're actually able to reach the fight they want to reach.
Yeah, and you could help out with that, and Isaac comes along and he's, making sure to help people. But you notice one thing about Isaac, that he's only using his right hand to help people. He's only using his right hand to help administer stuff. If he has to, tear gauze or anything, he's tearing it with his teeth and, using it as an anchor point. He's keeping his left arm to his side. He's not using it one bit. Takeshi, you might notice this too if you look up from eating at all from your little Goku-style bonanza.
Noted.
The Goku Bonanza.
Hello, Boston! We are the Goku Bonanza!
So yeah, that's what you're seeing. The only people that are absolutely not going to be able to rejoin the fight are the ones that are still in the infirmary.
Mm-hmm.
But
You'll work faster with both arms.
I'd rather not. He does lift up his left arm, but it's only to briefly, slightly untie his left arm, only to pull the bandages much more tight, to the point that they're almost constricting, to make sure that it's not going to come undone.
Are there not better ways to secure that? Surely there's a way to allow you to use the arm without using the arm.
I could, but I don't want to risk it. He demonstrates by lifting up the arm, and along all of those bandages, you see handwritten, sharp runes that have been etched into the bandages as if they're there to seal something. You see strange characters from a foreign language that you've no idea what it is, but they're wrapped around his arm tightly, and they keep his arm secure and under control. But even with it under control, he's still nervous about it. Especially after yesterday.
Did him or Takeshi say anything about what happened?
Isaac would not have said a thing. Unless you want to spend a Fabula point to say he would have. Hint,
Huh,
you
wow.
guys have a stockpile.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that.
Hold on. How many do you guys have stockpiled? Hold on. I gotta look this up.
I
have 4. I've never used one, but I don't get one at the beginning of You don't get one at the beginning of the.
Yeah, you only get one at the beginning of a session if you have under 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I have 4 because I've never touched them.
You guys have a stockpile between all 5 of you of 24 fucking Fabula points.
What?
Yeah, there's a lot. I actually came up with an idea for a scene for exactly that reason of having y'all just spend a bunch of them.
Jesus Christ, you guys have so many!
Yeah, like level up in the middle of something. And, I don't know. Technically, that's not how that works, but, a dramatic effect.
What about this for one? The one that Isaac saved is in the infirmary still, right?
Yeah.
What if he's conscious and talking about what he saw as he was pulled out of the water?
Yeah, you can do that, because Isaac would not want to talk about what happened last night, and it's up to Takeshi if he wants to reveal anything about it.
I think the one that he saved is, like, maybe within, like, the past half hour, has woken up again and is starting to talk a little bit about what he saw.
I'll allow it. So you would have to go to the infirmary for that.
I already said Lyle's been going around checking on everyone, seeing how they're recovering.
Okay, the way you said that made it sound like you're just going around the general area, not into the infirmary where people are assuredly not going to.
Oh, I was saying, like, everywhere in the...
Oh, okay, yeah. Before that, though, let's check back in on Ira and Arian.
Yes.
As Arian is info dumping about all of the plants.
Yeah.
Like, unless you stop them, they are just going to keep going.
I mean,
hyperfixation, special interest unlocked.
I was gonna let them go for a while, and then like, kind of like slowly like hold up a hand. Just be like...
When he does, like, Arian's like halfway putting a huge flower bulb inside of their mouth, and he just kind of like sets it down. It's like, yeah, sorry.
I appreciate the enthusiasm, and I truly would like to hear more at another time. But I mean, we are about to go into probably the most dangerous fight we've been in so far since joining this guild. And I with full respect, that's that, and making sure that you are prepared and have an option for if something happens, it is why I came out here.
The thing is I don't know what I need. I still don't really, like, I know to bring my seeds, but...
Could I...
I mean... Yeah.
Have you... No, you probably haven't seen any of these things around. If you've been growing them yourself.
Which things?
I was just gonna gesture broadly to the room of
Oh.
all these various plants.
Yeah.
all of this. I mean, I know that it's it's a hobby, but I imagine it's practical, right?
I mean, most of them. A,
Yeah.
a couple are just because they're pretty.
I mean, that. Hard
And
to argue with that.
they gesture specifically towards their balcony. Like at the corners, they have a couple of hanging plants that are just like. Do you know what bleeding hearts look like?
Not off the top of my head, no.
It's a hanging plant, and
Sure.
they really do look like hearts.
Mm.
Is that an
this
actual plant or?
It is. I love bleeding hearts. They're actually one of my favorite plants.
Is it sort of in the same realm as like an orchid or something, or?
Hold on. I will.
Oh.
I am going to post a picture of them.
Oh. What have I?
No, Veta, this is on Foundry. We are using Foundry as opposed to Roll20 because Foundry lets you do a little more and like control things a little cooler. Like you do a lot of much more fancy things with it. But I am going into Foundry through Forge, which allows me to use the fan-made Fabula Ultima overlay system. So we can make our own little like Fabula Ultima character sheets and whatnot. Yeah, you can import character sheets.
Hmm. Who can I possibly go to for this? For all this?
I'm sorry if I'm not being too helpful.
Actually, is there anything in the market that does anything similar to any of these?
I mean, there's a couple of different powders. They're not every, like, the basis of alchemy, of course, is natural things, but they're starting to develop more synthetic things that do similar things, like that new aspirin stuff, the thing from the bark.
That's
to avoid copyright infringement. We have magic aspirin. Totally different from aspirin.
Aspirin's not copyrighted.
Yeah.
It is.
I'm making a joke.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Is this like space? Is this like Space Wendy's?
Yes.
Fantasy. No, actually, I was about to
Fantasy Costco, where all your dreams come true?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna do that, and then I was like, wait, that's also, I think, copyrighted. Or, well, that's copyrighted. Costco would be trademarked. Anyway.
Masprin, I like that. Masprin. Magisprin. What about Magisprin?
Magisprin.
Sam's Co. The Cost Club.
Huh? What do I do? It's been too long. I don't... Is anybody gonna even recognize or respect the title I hold?
What title is that?
Shit.
You kind of opened the door there.
Yeah, no. No, that's in character. Sorry.
Aaron even says that.
Okay.
If
All
I
right.
said shit out loud, Aaron's just kind of like, well, you kind of said it. Or did you expect me to ignore it?
Pretend you didn't hear that.
It's what I was talking about earlier, about proving that I was part of a particular lineage, and the merchants. Yeah, I mentioned that? I thought I mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But... who could I possibly find? It can't be them. It can't be the errands. They're gonna try and get me, just like whoever these people are getting Amp. Shit. Oh, this was a mistake. All right. You know what? I think I need to take a walk around the town, around the merchants square, or wherever
that would
might
be this entire segment here. This road marked as number 7.
Okay. Yeah. See if...
This town was built mostly to cater to the guild.
Right. It feels gross even suggesting this, but I think I have to go and see if I can do a favor for them and get something that you can use.
Do you want me to go with you?
I mean, you might have to.
Okay.
If you're willing.
Can we go get breakfast first?
Oh. I did, it didn't even occur.
It was at this moment the anime scene of...
They're both of our stomachs gurgle.
Hey, I know you're thinking hard right now, but
yeah, let's do that.
okay. And you head on out, and peeking out from a door, you see Amp. You see Amp just kind of like eye you guys as you walk by.
Mm-hmm.
As if she's waiting to be invited.
You want to, or should I?
Ira, you do know one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You do know she still feels guilty about all this.
Okay.
She feels guilty that this is all her fault just for coming here.
Oh, I did actually form that bond. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, you know. Hey, Aunt.
Yeah?
Come on. I see you looking at us. Come over here.
She opens up the door and just slips on out and, is in a hallway with you now.
Is in a hallway with you.
I mean, yeah. There's hallways in here. What was I gonna say? You should, if you had breakfast yet, because we're going to do that.
No, I haven't.
You should, because I don't know how much longer we've got.
All right then.
Yeah.
If no one's gonna say anything.
What?
Look.
What is it?
We can say what we want over breakfast. Yeah. I mean, what is there to say that we haven't? What are you?
We're all so good at this, aren't we? That is something Arian said out loud, by the way.
And as she's trying to find an excuse to not join you because she's still too nervous about facing anyone in the guild, her stomach does the growl thing too.
Arian, even though it's below the mask, Arian does smile and just kind of like gestures for her to come on.
Come on.
All right, fine. And she's gonna join you downstairs. You know, where you meet up with the rest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And you see
And you all get to watch Arian do their best not to eat around you guys while trying to eat around you guys.
and you see the mountain of growing empty plates and bowls that Takeshi has by his side.
Like watching Lena Inversion. I will keep making these 90s anime references.
You do.
Listen, they're just because I don't get them doesn't mean there aren't people who who appreciate them. You're good. I feel like I've seen that GIF before.
Probably around us because a lot of us love Slayers.
You know what? That wouldn't surprise me.
Let me see. Yep, I've seen this GIF before.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, GIF.
Yes.
GIF.
Oh, HIF. I see.
Do you really want to go down this road? Because I have one yet further layer of curse to add on to this.
Okay, let's...
Yeah.
Amp isn't really, keen on being down here, but she's gonna be down here because she's been invited. And no one seems to be accusing her of anything.
Mm-hmm.
She's just got that anxiety in her right now.
Amp, despite all the weird and wonderful powers you've seen me use over however long, I can't read minds. What's going on?
Well, this is all my fault, isn't it? This is all my fault because I came here. Because I left home.
Are you really blaming yourself for your family?
Well, seeing how they're gonna go to no expenses spared, they're going full scorched earth for this.
But that's not your fault. That's your family's fault. You can't take the blame for their actions.
She still seems adamant to think that this is her fault, despite the fact that people have even told her it's not her fault.
I'm sure even some people are acting confused why she thinks it is.
Yeah, even if people are overhearing this, even though the other guild members are overhearing this, and they're like, no, it's really not your fault at all.
Do I have to you draw parallels in order to help you understand this better?
What are you even talking about?
I
Any
can.
parallels?
Well, it's not the same situation, but I'm sure you remember me talking about understanding what it was you were going through. And I'm sure you found that odd. But, well, And Ira is actually going to pull up one of his sleeves all the way to the shoulder and lift up his arm, where in his armpit, which would be incredibly painful, by the way, is a tattoo of a guild symbol, of a different guild symbol, belonging to... Well, actually, if any of you want to make a some sort of like roll to possibly recognize it, before I just say, because I will, but just just for some.
Aaron has no point of reference for that stuff. So.
Neither does Takeshi.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's just not even.
Yeah, it would be best for you to just let the people know.
It's you ever hear somebody talking about running errands? That's a saying because of a certain merchant guild, all run by one family. And that's where I come from. And I would say that me simply running away and I'm really saying this, huh?
No,
let's just say
I understand.
Well,
Aaron kind of gives it a moment. It's just like, are we gonna have to fight a guild for you two?
Does Aaron actually say that?
Yeah, Aaron. You're saying shit around them. They're going to respond.
I just wanted to make sure. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's more of like, it's kind of innocent. It's not even like accusing or anything like that. It seems like a question popped into their mind and they said word.
But yeah, that question is going to make Ira sort of stop and kind of deflate a little bit, before sort of trying to like sit back up and assert what it is that he has to say. For all they know, I died out there. For all they know, I did. And I'm standing here through no minor miracle. In fact, I don't even really know how. But the last time any of them or any of their contacts saw me was getting absolutely savaged by a mana beast. Because I had decided that the life that they wanted for me was not good enough for me. Yeah, I wanted to indulge my curiosity. And they just wanted me to play my role for them.
Amp seems to understand now. Not only that, but when she considers your name again, she realizes you have more than just a tangential connection to that merchant family.
Yeah.
That you are a blood relative, if not direct heir to the name. And
does Amp comment on that?
She remains silent, but just kind of gives a knowing nod in response.
Yeah. Ira's gonna see that and then tilt his head somewhat and choose not to pursue it. So, anyway, If I've been through I have a similar guilt to yours, and if
It's no one's fault. Your family suck. That has nothing to do with you.
they're
Well, I know
doing
mine
what they
does. I
were
don't know anything about Iris.
they were doing what they were taught. No. They've thrived on tradition for so long, they forgot how to evolve. Well, I'm sorry for making breakfast awkward. I think now's the time we need this the least.
Amp takes in one slow breath and lets it out before giving one nod, knowing full well that she should absolutely, if nothing else, stick with this new family she's found and stick a giant middle finger up to her family and this dark guild they hired.
Arian just keeps quiet because they think they just keep saying the wrong thing.
I'm sorry. My point with all that was it's they didn't have to go to the lengths that they have. Their decision to put an entire city in peril trying to get to you is theirs. It is their responsibility and their fault. You have nothing to do with that.
They should have just let you go.
They should have. Or at the very least, I don't know. I mean, have they tried to convince you any other way? Because
she doesn't seem to want to talk about that.
From where I'm sitting, well, I see. Then that
particular topic seems to cause her to become a little despondent. Not that you said anything wrong, it's just that she doesn't want to broach that topic right now.
Well, please come eat with us.
All right, I will. And she joins you to eat. And you all get through your food. Plain and simple. Yeah. And as the day ticks on, the Dark Guild hasn't made their move. But you notice one thing else. The Guildmaster isn't around. None of you notice the Guildmaster. Other people have even checked her office. She's not there. She doesn't seem to be anywhere in the building.
I see. Does anyone happen to know where our intrepid leader is?
You can make an insight check to understand where she might be.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or an insight willpower check, or a willpower check. Depending on what you want to do. That's not enough.
Fail my best roll. This is what I guess I'm doing.
You could try and get a sense for her specific, magic signature, to get magic sense that shit. You could try and guess where she's gonna be.
Unfortunately, Ira's best guess is that she went to go talk with whatever his name is of the Gorgon Eye Guild, and that potentially that has gone awry, which is not a possibility that he relishes, nor should anybody else, if he's being completely honest.
Let me make a quick roll of my own, and I'll determine something really quick.
Oh,
call it heads or tails, 1 or 2.
Heads.
So 1 or 2.
EM does rolls.
3.
I need you to call a 1 or a 2.
1.
Ooh, congratulations.
Ooh.
She is not up there.
Ooh.
She's not up there at all.
Good. We're not down like 10% of our overall guild power level.
You feel a sense of power, though. Everybody feels a sense of power rushing from over here, across town. You can feel a sense of power from all the way over here. Which is saying something, considering that would be like, hey, you could maybe sense someone, like, a few houses over naturally, if they were trying to do something, like if they were preparing an attack or whatnot. But you get a sense of something all the way over here.
Hmm.
And you four and the other 4 GNPCs are the ones who are, up and at 'em the most to go and check. Like, the guys who are least injured, thankfully.
Yeah.
Or, more so, this is a sense of power that's alien to you, but familiar to everyone else here.
Wait, alien to us 8 and familiar to everyone else?
Yes.
Oh.
Aw.
That's... what?
Someone lets you know, this is normally what happens when the Guildmaster gets truly angry. And that's very much her at the end of town. Would you like to go check on her?
Did we go check that out? I think we go check that out.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like somebody needs to stop her from doing something she or all of us are going to regret.
So as you do and you're leaving the guild hall, you guys are quickly making your way through town, and like the shadow of that thing is still looming over you guys. The shadow of that island is looming over you.
I see.
But as you are making your way down Merchant Street, you start to feel that power a little more. It's like walking through an oppressive heat. Like, you know that sensation when you open up an oven and that hot air blows into your face and it's almost like pushing you away?
Yup.
It's like that, but like a temperate wind. It's just like a full force of wind pushing against you.
More speed, less heat.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And as you make your way closer and closer, you see the outline of your guild master. You see she's got that little eye patch thing of hers off, and the eye underneath is glowing. And you see like anyone who with sharp eyesight would notice like the kind of like magic glyph in front of her eye at that point, as if she's preparing something. The area where her one arm is missing is replaced by multiple magical, like, spiritual-looking arms holding the rest of her swords as she's bracing herself with her biggest sword with her one flesh arm. As you get closer, you see she is not happy.
Yeah, I'd imagine not.
Yeah.
What are you doing as you approach?
Well, Ira is gonna start to start to pick up the pace a bit in trying to get over there. I guess like I don't know. Does anybody else have any responses that they have to this sight of Guildmaster on essentially her last legs, seemingly
Turning into basically Asura?
She is
yeah.
not on her last legs. You can tell she is in prime health. But she is in very much angry and preparing something.
I mean, I think we should just
she's
let
about to
let her go.
unmake herself by killing the god of magic.
I want to see this. I want to see what this happens.
Hey, Siribot, thank you so much.
I kind of want to just...
I'm goodbye. Oh no. Okay.
Takeshi is literally Homer Simpson in that scene where the Yakuza are fighting on his front lawn with the Mafia. He's like, that little guy over there hasn't done anything yet. If I look away, he's going to do something really cool. I'm going to miss it. That's Takeshi right now. Like, if I look away, she's going to do something incredible, and I want to see what that is.
Arian is right there, watching.
So you all want to see something incredible?
Ira's also going to watch, but like with stop like at the ready.
Those 5 swords in her spectral arms start glowing, each with their own little elemental glow akin to one of the 5 main elements. As they are all powering up and you see the circles of magic, surrounding the hand guards, and as if she's preparing a multi-spell. Instead, all the swords combine together, akin to the Buster Blade that Cloud had in Advent Children, That arm, those arms become one arm. And you just hear her declare, I'm gonna teach you a lesson you're never going to forget. To no one in particular, except for her gaze fixed on that dark guild. And this is specifically for you, Remus. And as she brings that sword up, you see its glow is just so powerful that it's almost too bright to look at. And as she swings it down, out comes a wave of just so much condensed magic that it's not elemental at all. It is the flow of magic itself. It is the flow of the ether, something that it normally cannot be seen, because ether is normally manifested in one of the main elements or one of the outer elements. It's fire, it's water, it's ice, it's wind, it's earth. But this is just pure manifested energy. And she swings out what is tantamount of a scar in the air of just raw magic straight at that guild. Strong enough that it cuts straight through the bottom of that island. And as you look over to the Dark Guild, you see the dust starting to clear. And the bottom of it is getting ready to fall. But before that, she's rushing past you guys at blinding speeds. Speeds that, you know, were well beyond what a normal human could do. Well beyond what a normal mage could do. She zips past you, and as the stones are starting to fall from the bottom of that Dark Guild, you see a flash and rain of lights as that entire chunk of stone is rendered into a dust cloud as opposed to small boulders in and of itself. She's not letting anything else fall down to the guild. She's not letting anything else fall down into the town. And the force at which she hit it with has knocked that thing off course. And you notice that instead of being right here... Oh, whoop, not that. Instead of being right there, you see that it is knocked back and it is starting to fly backwards. Purely from the force of that swing alone. As it flies back, and you hear the loud, thundering boom of something crashing into something, and you see it crash into the mountain. You see the Dark Guild Hall crash into the mountain. There's no cannon fire. There's no chance of it falling down onto the town. She single-handedly knocked that entire small island off course and sent it into the mountain where it's not going to drop on anyone. And now you have a chance to storm the castle, so to speak.
What?
You get a sense from this of just how powerful magic can truly be. And just how terrifying it can be.
And... And to think, there's a chance whatever those void crystals can do can surpass even that. I mean, you've got to be kidding me.
However,
Wait.
there is one other thing you notice.
Aaron and Takeshi just like
There is one other thing you notice
admiring.
popping up into the sky. You see flying up into the sky what kind of looks like a flare or a firework. It flies up straight from the guild hall. Up and up into the sky it climbs, before bursting like a firework and appearing vibrant in the sky, in deep crimson, vibrant enough for anyone to see for miles. Is a giant version of the Golem Heart Guild symbol.
That symbol.
A declaration of war, and a rally to all the members of the guild. It's time for you guys to make your counterattack.
Ira's gonna see this, and knowing that the guildmaster is not going to hear it, he's still going to shout, "You You could have warned us.
That we didn't miss it, right?
And now you're all the way over here at the entrance of the town, having to make your way back across the entire town to get into the battle.
So that we could be prepared and not all the way out here. Why does this always happen to us? Why are we always on the outside of fights, having to go in?
Lycoris is just... You just see Lycoris and her eyes are just kind of like... Her mouth is agape and her eyes are sparkling. Lyle, you can tell from the look on her face, she's already thinking of trying to challenge Guildmaster to a sword fight.
Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Her mind is elsewhere. She's got one thing on her mind right now, and it's trying to one-up that. Your little weeaboo dryad friend is just having a delusion of grandeur right now. She is dissociating.
Oh my god.
She is in full on, I want to do that.
Now cue bagpipes is very correct. Thank you. Holy moly.
Isaac is scratching the back of his head with his left hand. And Amp is just, you know, preparing that little staff of hers. Rolling her shoulders. Kiki is already climbing into the arms of Emihu so she can, you know, get there faster. What are you four doing?
I think Lyle's waiting outside the guild hall for the others to get back up here.
Oh, did Lyle not go with all of us?
I think Lyle, for the most part, he probably came out a little bit, but he still is largely like checking on people in general, not just on the guild master.
Gotcha.
Like he knows if you're heading away from the other hall, you don't need to be protected as much as people that are still here.
Yeah.
Well then, you seven. Are you gonna be making your way back to the guild?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so here's the thing. The battle's gonna start happening. People are gonna start leaving the guild. Lyle, you're probably... You most likely are gonna want to wait for your allies to show up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So the rest of you can start, if you want to do like a check for this or just narratively say how you get back there. I want to know how tired out you're gonna be.
I'm gonna be tired out because I have such little legs.
Yeah, you
I mean, yeah, Ira's gonna be tired out. I mean, he's just gonna like just try and run back and get exhausted by just all that cardio. It's just that he hasn't done in a while, anyway.
I wish Lyle was here so I could just ride on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Kiki does offer you the other arm of Emihu. If you would like to take it.
Oh yeah, I was pointedly not using acceleration because he doesn't know how much he's going to need for the fight to come.
So you guys are just going to be getting back there at a jog, at a sprint? What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean,
Ira, being inexperienced, is going to start with a sprint and then realize that, oh, I can't do that. and slow down.
The good old asthmatic sprint for 10 seconds and then realize I have fire lung.
Yeah.
The Irian comes from farmland. They are very much aware of just taking a good pace about it.
Yeah.
Hurry, but with moderation.
Takeshi knows how to get across the city for a gang fight. He's good.
Then as you start making your way back, you see explosions in the distance at the guild hall. Not your guild hall, the other guild hall. As you're making your way back up Merchant's Row, making your way toward the bridge, running as fast as you can. As you reach the guild hall, Lyle is there waiting for you. And you guys have all caught up. Do you say anything to one another? You do anything in particular?
That was so cool! You should have been there! Oh my god!
It was so neat.
I really want to try one of that. I need to be better than that.
That has reaffirmed my fear for not pissing her off.
Well, she is a
Not going to
guildmaster for
one-up
a
that
reason.
from here.
Sorry, what was that, Serrata?
Lyle says you're not going to one-up that from here, and turns to start leading them where the rest of the guild is heading.
So, before you all make your way to the enemy base, I'm gonna stop you right there and let you know you get this curdling, dark sense over all of you.
Alright, because we have to ask this, which type?
What do you mean, which type?
You know damn well what I mean.
Do I?
Yes, you do. Does this feel like those Eldritch Abominations?
No, it does not.
Okay.
Does not.
That was... Oof.
You get this curdling sense of danger, though. It stops you in your tracks.
Yeah.
And you turn to see approaching you from exactly where you came from. A small figure in a dark cloak with a miasmic aura around them, distorting light and space around them. And as they approach you, you can tell they have intent to lash out. And that is where we're going to end today.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, we fighting next game. We fighting.
Oh,
Let's go.
Yeah, we getting it. We gonna do it.
Oh boy.
Thank you all for being here today.
What a session ender.
YouTube, I'm sorry this episode was a little shorter, but I wanted to have like a nice little... I just wanted to sit and do some plot and character development.
It was a very good filler episode.
I very much enjoy these types of episodes. I would love to do longer ones of these where it's just like, hey, we're just gonna exposit on one another and just like gas each other up and like do some connections and all that. But this is a good spot to call today's episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, allow me to reintroduce all of our lovely players. And as usual, we're going to go in the opposite order, starting from right to left. With our resident kick wizard.
Once again, I am the most powerful wizard of all time. Ryusei Shining Heart. A dragon is what I am. Wizarding is what I do. I am a variety streamer with a focus on retro titles and beloved classics from your childhood and mine.
Do you have any big projects coming up?
I am still running down the clock on and taking donations for my 2.0 Donathon to fund my 2.0 model update. We are $500 away from getting hitting the goal of Spicy Art of Cowrie, and
I'm
another
shaking your hand on that with model updates.
Not another $500 after that will be fully funded, where I will reveal the brand new design in full. So
I had to reveal my new design on my server because of the new Twitch update.
I'm so sorry about your hips. I'm so sorry.
I mean, these hips are fun, as you can see. These hips are perfectly covered.
Lie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can't bonk me for that, Twitch. But the new model I had to get changed. Granted, it was a $10 change, but still. It's a principle.
I might be going live tomorrow with some Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I have to figure out what my schedule for actually doing like adult real life things looks like. But
I really want to consider that game and just clown on people with Hercule and Videl.
Go for it. Videl's actually really good.
Following up that, we have the lovely person who played Arian Tai.
Hello, guys on TD Child, the Broken Crimson Dragon. And I'm going to go to bed after this. It's going to be nice.
Not indeed, Karap. Yeah, you joined at the end.
Oh, no.
What?
Is this somebody joined at the end?
Oh, no.
Do you have any big projects coming up, Kaizad?
Well, right now, if you are a member of my Discord, that is where I'm doing Silent Hill 2 Remake. So, it's not. I'm not doing it on Twitch. I'm doing it in my Discord.
Gotcha.
So that's my big project.
Looks at
for
Lionel.
Moment.
Huh?
Looks at Lionel.
Oh, me. Oh, that looks at. Yes. Hi. I'm Lionel, Lion Scientist VTuber. I played Ira, and I mean, I don't have that much going on. I want to continue to play Echoes of Wisdom, not mush all the words together. Instead, mush various objects together.
The game looks so weird.
It's so fun.
I've heard mixed things.
I imagine that it is a divisive game, but I adore it with just every fiber of my being.
I see. I've heard some people say like it gives you a little too much.
It kind of does. There's a lot where you can kind of it's kind of obvious that it's like, oh, yeah, this you don't really use this. It did become basically instantly that I was forced to use the actual pause menu to change to certain things as opposed to the quick select, because that gets so filled up so fast that it basically becomes useless.
Jeez.
So that's a reasonable criticism of the game, but I found a reasonable workaround, I feel, and have been having a lot of fun. So, yeah.
Following up that, we have Saradaman.
Hello, I'm of course Saradaman, the founder of B2 Industries. I had like a week and a half off because of a Harmacist visiting, not the one that's in this stream, a different one.
Shut up! I'm going to throttle you.
I'm just back to my normal stream for tomorrow, which tomorrow is going to be 2 birds in a briefcase for Abiotic Factor.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, to everyone who has been here today, both from my lovely co-hosts' chats and my own, I am Index Page, Spirit of the Library and Patron of its namesake, and I have been your host for today. Any big projects I have coming up, I'm gonna be opening up VGen soon.
Ooh.
I got an invite to be a partnered artist on there. Well, not like partner, but you know what I mean. Like, I got a code to set up my own little shop on VGen.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be offering my map services and also my writing services. And hopefully, my art services eventually.
Yay!
How often do we do this kind of stream? We're looking to start doing it every other week again. It was kind of a smaller audience today as opposed to past episodes because we have been away for quite a bit.
Yeah.
And, you know, once we get back into the swing of things, we'll, like, do big announcements on, like, Twitter, on Blue Sky, on other servers and whatnot. But it was just wonderful to have everyone back again.
It's good to be back.
And once we have people back in full, there will be less days where we don't have to cancel because playing the game with 4 people instead of 5 people is a lot easier than 3 or 2 people instead of 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
Because
What's the numbers there?
Yeah, I would have to completely overhaul some battles.
Oh, yeah.
That said, other big projects I have coming up. I am going to be starting to do art streams with other artists who have like been at the game much longer than me, and hopefully doing like a reverse Bob Ross thing where I'm the student and there's no mistakes on my end, just learning as I learn from some veterans.
Good.
And lastly, we are still trying to get through the Project Moon franchise. I know my YouTube is currently inundated with episodes of Lobotomy Corporation, trying to get through that game and raise money for the new 3.0 model.
Yeah.
But YouTube, at this point I'm going to say thank you for being here. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, YouTube!
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.